Hey everyone, it's Lori from Scraps by Sissy. Welcome to another fabulous Friday. Today we're going to create this wine card using the half full stamp set. It's a wine themed stamp set that a fellow demonstrator helped design. She actually hit $1 million in sales through her lifetime with Stampin' Up! So far, and it has to do with wine, whether it's an everyday sentiment or it's a Christmas sentiment, but it's a really cute stamp set. I'm not much of a wine drinker, but it's fun to create the wine cards. I'm actually going to be doing a wine and card party next week for someone. Instead of the, wine and paint parties, we're going to do wine and cards. So with this card today, we're actually going to create the wine glass, and if you can see the shiny effect on the ink, we're going to be creating that using the fine tip glue pen. So for the supplies you're going to need are a piece of fresh fig, and it's cut at 4 1/4 by 11. I have a strip of the Fresh Florals Designer Series paper cut at 1 1/2 by 5 1/2. This paper stack is actually a stack that uses all of the new in colors, which Fresh Fig is one of them, and it will be around until May of 2019. You're going to need a white delicate doily. I already cut out a piece of Whisper White using one of the dies from the Lots of Labels framelit set. And I have a piece of the white woven ribbon, and I've already tied it in a bow for you. And we're actually going to do some sponging too. So I'll show you how to create that. So you're basically going to take the sponge, and I cut these, they come in a round, and I cut them into 4 pieces, and then I used our new, what is this, a tag punch? I will look up that name and I will run a title across the top. I can't remember what it's called. A tab punch, and staple that so you've got kind of a handle on it. You're just going to ink up the sponge and just go over the edges, and it cuts the brightness of the paper against the white doily, kind of brings in all the fresh fig together. Okay, set that aside. Now I'm going to stamp the wine glass. Get the sentiment ready here. You want to stamp it somewhat close to the top so that you have room for your sentiment. Okay. And make sure we have it right side up. And it's going to fit right into the little curve here. There. Couldn't have stamped that any more perfect if I tried. Now we're going to use the blender pen to color in the wine, and by doing that you're going to squeeze your stamp pad so that you're going to get some of the ink welled into the lid. Use our blender pen. Just color in the wine. Okay, there we go. We're done with the ink. We'll put the card together. Give that a second to dry. I'm just going to adhere this down. And here the doily. Okay, we're going to put some dimensionals on this. And I like to put them in the middle too, so that the piece that you're popping up doesn't bow or sink in the middle. Okay, we're going to use a mini glue dot to adhere our bow down. And that's just going to go right at the bottom. Tails are a little long, so let's just go ahead and trim that. Okay, now to give the glass some effect, Well, let's go ahead and put some rhinestones down first. That way we won't jiggle the glue. Okay, now to give it a shiny effect, we're going to use some of the fine tip glue. You don't want to shake it because it'll put air bubbles in just like that. Just kind of fill in the space, and when it dries, it will dry clear. There. That's all there is to it. Quick and easy. Let's fill in that little spot right there. Big old air bubble. Okay. And there you go. A finished wine card. Isn't that cute? I love the effect that the fine tip glue pen gives it. If you would like to purchase any of these supplies, please go to scrapsbysissy.com. The blog post will give you all the measurements for the card and also a link to my online store so you can purchase your supplies. Have a great afternoon. Bye.